Good afternoon to everyone. So we are from Group 8. We are presenting MGT3224 group project today. So I'm Lam Sai Chung, and my group mates are Joanne, Jin, Jae-eun, and Leong Chi. So I'll pass the time now to Jin first.
Thank you, Sai Chung. Hi, my name is Jin, and the first question is, how is the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic will affect the future of workforce? First, as work and home life have become one place after the hit of COVID-19 pandemic, it became a new norm that employees work from home with flexible working hours and settings. The flexible working hours allow employees to have better work-life balance, and most of them have become more productive when it comes to their own tasks. There's also challenges regarding to this impact. One of them is that many employees struggle to focus on their work when they're at home. They will be more likely to procrastinate when there's no one there to overlook for their work. The struggle of work from home is that employees get distracted easily and unable to follow the regular structured schedule. Also, it is harder for employees to engage their employees while using virtual meetings. Therefore, the recommendation is that employers could connect with their employees at least once a day to discuss about their progress, challenges, or their ideas for their new works. Company could keep in track with their employees on Zoom meeting room or WhatsApp group to make sure that their employees are working efficiently. It would be more convenient for company to connect with their employees through using these online platforms when they are working from home. By implementing this recommendation, the benefits they receive is that it will be cost saving since majority of employees will be working from home and only minority of people will be using the office building. Next, employees are now aware of the risk of allowing sick employees to go to work. Some families struggle financially since they are unable to work with the threat of COVID-19, while some of them have been unemployed since this pandemic happened. The Families First Coronavirus Response Act had expanded more access to paid leave for employees, included paid family leave who need to take care for sick family members. The challenges the company might be facing is that employees might view paid sick leave as a company benefit and use it for their off days. Eventually, they will take more leaves in long term, and it will directly affect the company workflow and reputation. The recommendation for this challenge is that company can establish clear guidelines and policies for employees to take paid sick leave, such included providing letter from doctors, e-reports from medical center, or other relevant evidence. Moreover, company could provide smartwatches for their employees with health tracking features, for example, heart rate sensor, blood oxygen tracker, and more features related to their health status. Smartwatches also allow employers to keep track of their employees' vital data. If needed, the company could have a department or hire nutritionists to provide health tips and reminders for employees to stay healthy at work. The benefit is that paid sick leave help employees to balance work and family obligations and provides flexibility to attend personal health issues. It also improves workplace safety as any illness can be affected through close contact. One of that may be related to COVID-19 that will put all of the employees' life at risk. I'll finish my part and by passing the next part to Jae-eun. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jae-eun. Can you all hear me? Okay, so thirdly, the employees are facing mental health issue. The employees are getting more depressed when the number of COVID infected keep increasing. It becomes worse when internet is abused to deliver the unconfirmed message. And also, according to Georgie et al. 2020, frontliners are more likely to feel stigmatized by the public and sleep disorder because their working hours are keep increasing, so they are more depressed than us. Besides that, workers who lost their job during this pandemic are reported the worst health condition. Individual who recovered from the coronavirus or has been quarantined are more likely to experience stigma and discrimination in their workspace. So it will totally affect the employee's mental health issue and psychological disorder that affect their engagement and productivity. So for the recommendation, we will highly encourage that this type of workers, they should use the AI chatbots like TAS to help them to reduce the stress. Actually, AI chatbots like TAS is a therapeutic tool that use language as a form of communication. It is able to deliver personalized content, personalized conversation based on how we express our emotion, our mental health concerns. By using this type of AI chatbots, it's like you are speaking to your therapist, but in a modern ways. The benefit of using this type of teletherapy is that teletherapy is able to assist you 24/7 and provide on-demand support for your mental. Next is the remote working. During this pandemic, more and more organizations are practicing remote working at such unprecedented scale to adapt to current scenario. It is an agile method of working and communicating. For remote workers, they are required to seek for alternative workspace like cafe or library, this kind of co-working spaces, and it must be an appropriate workspace to maintain their daily productivity. Actually, remote working is different from work from home. It is more like a new type of lifestyle. For the remote workers, they are facing the challenge of if they are using the unsecure or vulnerable network, they are more likely, they are more likely to put their own privacy and company data in the risk. So we highly encourage that the organization should introduce SSO system to their remote workers. SSO system is a function for user to authenticate once to a single authentication authority and then access to other protected resources without re-authenticating. Once the user log in to the server, the SSO will generate authentication information that is accepted by various application and system. Means that you do not have to keep log in and log out. If you are keep authenticating, you will put your data in the risk and you will get hacked easily. By using this type of SSO function, you are able to protect your data in a cost-efficient way and also safe from the third-party servers and can't get accessed easily by the outsiders. Next, I will pass to Jordan.
All right, thank you, Jaden. So moving on to the next matter is that unemployment. So in May 2020, the employment rate have rose to 5.3%. It has been the highest in the 3 decades. And if you compare to 2019 is only 3.32%. So it has rose around 1.98%. So and this service industry has been hit hardest by the COVID-19 pandemic, the aviation and hospitality and tourism. Other than this industry, entertainment industry had also been affected very majorly, and they are now standing at the edge of the cliff in this pandemic. And non-essential service industry are majorly impacted because they are forced to be closed due to the SOP given by government, and they are not allowed to operate, causing them to have to sack employees or reduce employees just to help them survive through this pandemic. Okay, the challenges here are that many people who lost their job could not feed their family because they have no job, so they have no income, so causing a lot of troubles to everyone. And then also it may lead to mental health issues, and people might do suicidals and stuff like that, and it's quite essential that everyone knows that this is quite a major issue. And increase in unemployment rate for fresh graduate is also facing a competition because fresh graduate come out, they do not have any job yet, and due to COVID-19, a lot of people are losing their job, so that they could not. There's an increase of competition in the market of finding a job or being employed, and the production rate will decrease. So because a lot of companies have to sack, have to reduce employees, so that their production rate, the number of production they can do is limited and have decreased. So there might be a delay in production, causing a lot of troubles. And next, the recommendation to unemployment here is that I think that we think that it should be self-improved in different kind of skill, not only fresh graduates or anyone. It should be anyone, not only fresh graduate. Everyone should learn new skills and to improve themselves so that they have the ability and capability to fight in this very competitive employment market, and maintaining social networking skill for opportunities, because today the key to have opportunities is actually to have networking. So if you have a good social networking, if there is problems that arise such as being sacked or being unemployed, if you have social networking skills, you'll be able to find new jobs or new opportunities for yourself so that you can maintain your life here and provide yourself and your family better. And lastly is to keep yourself updated to news and trends. So when you are updated to news and trends, so you know what to do. You have to analyze and then predict and do expectation before anything hits you. So it's to counter to counter things that are coming that are bad for you. All right. And the benefit for this recommendation is that you can obtain new school and knowledges, so you can know something and learn something new, and you acquire future job or any kind of opportunities if you have a very good social networking skill even throughout this pandemic. And having the last one is the updated news and trend. You'll be able to analyze, predict, and take action before any uncertainty happens to yourself. All right. Moving on to the next question. In the midst of the pandemic, how have organizations leveraged the use of technological tools towards organization transformation? So I'll be talking about GSC. GSC is a very famous and also one of the biggest cinema in Malaysia. It's founded in 1987. It has been founded for 34 years and is the biggest cinema in Malaysia. So what has GSC does with technologies to help them maintain in this COVID-19 competition? All right. So first, the challenges they face is actually that they cannot operate. During the MCO, they were forced to close because there is a standard of operation where they are not allowed to open they are not allowed to do operations on their service, and the whole film and entertainment industry were forced to shut down for a prolonged period, and people like workers and employees of GSC some were sacked. And during this CMCO, due to 1 meter of restriction from SOP, the number of customers is reduced per movie time, which minimized the profit. Because of the SOP, the number of people in each theater is reduced, so that it's minimized the profit. And lastly is that sanitizing the whole theater after a movie is another fixed cost. So every time they have a movie in a theater, they have to sanitize before the next. So it becomes a fixed cost to them. And then how has GSC used technologies to overcome these problems, and how have they maintained in this COVID-19? So they use Facebook social media. If you look at it, I think everyone knows that in a time around last year to now, GSC admin have created creative, humorous content to interact with Facebook user. So they went to Facebook and then they have comment on users' posts and stuff. A bit humorous to others, and Facebook users have loved them, the way they interact with them, and they have started a wave of #HelloCannot. And the benefit of starting this and using Facebook media is that when they use this Facebook media to create humorous and creative content, they were able to increase brand awareness, and they have a friendly bond with the Facebook user, increasing their brand reputation. And lastly is that starting the #HelloCannot trend wave, they were able to sell merchandises such as where you can see in this picture, where there's t-shirts and then also bags and also masks. Okay, so they have done a lot of interaction and also brand awareness, brand reputation of increasing by using Facebook technology. So I'll pass my time now to Joanne. Thank you.
So now I will be talking about Dirigo Event. Dirigo Event is a company comprising dynamic individuals boasting of combined professional expertise spanning over 33 years in the field of event, marketing, and branding. They are also the organizer and the right holder of the Standard Chartered KL Marathon. The challenge that they face is the cancelling event. So last year, Malaysia was under IMCO, and during IMCO, the government has banned all the entertainment, leisure, sports, and the recreational activity that may cause crowd. And the pandemic has no sign to turning better, so it is hard to find the place that can guarantee the date if they keep postponing. Especially Kuala Lumpur Standard Chartered Marathon is a home event. They already have 45,000 people register their event at 2020, so it is hard to find the place that can help this large population. So unfortunately, Dirigo has to cancel their event that was scheduled to take place on 13 and 14 June 2020. So next, Dirigo faced the event by organizing the virtual event. According to Maritinos, runners are concerned about the race destination, the race condition, the number of participants, and the condition of the race support staff during the COVID-19. So Dirigo was adapt and evolve a new opportunity and services by organizing a virtual run that takes place on 5th to 13 December 2020. They also developed an app called Kuala Lumpur Standard Chartered Marathon Virtual Run app. It can be downloaded for free from the App Store and the Google Play. And the app includes a GPS-based activity tracker, individual and team leaderboard rankings, augmented reality face filter, and also an event feed. And the benefit that they get from the technology is that they are able to expand the audience base. Usually, the Kuala Lumpur Standard Chartered Marathon was held at Kuala Lumpur, so people from the other state and other country have to travel to Kuala Lumpur to join the event. So since they went to virtual, so they are will not be restricted by the location. And even the government has banned the travel for nationally and internationally, they still can get the participants all over the world. Yeah, so finally they managed to get over 40,000 participants to join the event. So the next benefit is reduction in cost. Venue, staff, travel, accommodation, and meals will have been eliminated or reduced drastically. So lastly, the benefit is convenience and flexibility. The participant can run anywhere, anytime within the time frame, and the participant can also record their trace and submit their record themselves. Yeah, that's all for my part. I will pass it to Liang Qi.
So I'm Leong Qi and I will talk about INTI International University and College. So INTI International University and College is a private university college that offers tertiary education, and there are 6 campuses across Malaysia. It was established by the year of 1986. The challenge that INTI faced during the months of the pandemic is the university and college are closed due to lockdown during pandemic. Malaysia government has imposed a nationwide movement control orders, and all the social activities, event, and inter-district and interstate travel are all banned. There are over 16,500 students are currently studying in INTI International University and College. Due to the movement control orders, all the students will not be allowed to go back to INTI International University and College, and this will cause the stop of their study. And the way that INTI International University and College overcome is they use blended learning and Blackboard. Blended learning is a method of teaching that integrates technology and digital media. And Blackboard is a course management system that allows the lecturer to provide content to students in a central location, communication with students quickly. Indeed, completely do away with physical classes and go fully digital for lessons during the lockdown. Online learning provides a safer alternative than conventional classroom. All the students can use online learning to continue their education. The benefit that Indeed get from the technology they use is the first one is safety. Online learning provides a safer alternative than conventional classroom without having physical classes and activity on campus seem ideal as the risk to exposure and spreading of COVID-19 can be reduced with the avoidance of crowd forming. Online courses provide a safe eh, it can help to protect the student and their family from unnecessary exposure to the virus and allow them to continue their study. The second one is accessibility of time. It is flexible when issue of time and place are taken into consideration. It allows students to have more flexible time and convenience and flexibility top the list of reasons for students opting for an online program rather than on campus. Online learning let the student to save committing time and complete modules at their own path and schedule. It also allowed the school to reach out to a more extensive network of students instead of being restricted by geographical boundaries. And the last one is efficiency. Online learning offers lecture and efficiency way to deliver lesson to students. Other than that, online learning has a number of tools such as video, PDF, podcast, and lecturer can use all these tools as part of their lesson plan by extending the lesson plan beyond traditional textbook to exclude online resource. And the teacher are able to become more efficiency educator. That's all from us, and thank you.
Okay, question time.
Right, any question?
I would like to ask a question is regarding to the unemployment rate. I just want to know that the unemployment rate fluctuate. Can I know what is the rate so from last year 2020 May until now? Can I basically just briefly know the rate of it?
So your question is regarding to the fluctuates of employment for this whole year, is it?
Yeah, something like that. It's the unemployment
All right,
rate.
right. So if you see just now, I said that I did mention that during May 2020, it has rose to 5.3%, which is the highest. And throughout all this year, throughout this whole year, actually, I do have the data for here, but it does not have the data for this second quarter, which is from April, May to June. So I only have the data till March. So since after May 2020, which is 5.3%, it has dropped to 4.9%, and it has remained from 4.6% to 4.9% throughout all this year. And this year, March 2021, it's at around 4.7%. So actually, if you see in 2019 and 2018, the difference there is only 0.03%. But this year, we have actually fluctuated a lot by 0.04%. So actually, it has fluctuated just for a bit during May because of the sudden increase of COVID-19 patients. But then after we apply the MCO from June, it has started to remain around at 4.6 to 4.9%. So for April now, April and May from the official website, it's expected to be around 4.7, 4.8. So I don't have the actual data for this second quarter of this year yet, but I do have the data for first quarter of this year, which is 4.9, 4.8, and 4.7, which is for January, February, and March. Yes, thank you. Do I answer your question?
Yeah, okay. Thank you for the response.
All right, thank you. Anyone else have any question?
other question?
Sir, do you have any question for us too?
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at your slide actually.
Yeah.
Let me get uh, yeah, we talk about work from home. No doubt it's cost saving, but then difficult to manage. You see my son jumping up and down, but you know, listening to your presentation, so managing work from home is something that is very, very challenging. Anyway, yeah, I mean, as for me, it's a good presentation. I think you have really explained certain things well. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.